Oh yeah, I got one before it was a tramp stamp. Like 19 years ago or so. Like it wasn't even a fucking
You got
term.
a tramp stamp?
Bro, I got the biggest tramp stamp.
Heard that, man.
It says Georgia Bulldogs on that shit.
Hell no.
I ain't playing with you.
What's up, guys? Soup Sandwich back again. There we go. We got Bree. You gonna do the whoop whoop again? You did that too early. Yeah. Yeah. Like most of your dates, they did it too early. And and we got Bailey here with us.
Yep.
Cooper. We got our guest, comedian / entrepreneur / the Mullet Gang Prince King, Joey Leonard here. Thanks for coming, man.
No, I appreciate it.
I'm glad we got a full room today. Thanks for coming, Bree. Appreciate it. We missed you last time. So really, we're just gonna start out kind of talking to Joey about being a comedian, being an entrepreneur. What were you doing before you were a comedian? That kind of thing.
Construction, man. Construction. That's what I was doing. I hate to say construction because people are like, well, what did you do? But when you don't want to explain it, that's what you say. But
that's it.
I do want to.
But then you always get the follow up. Well, what did you do?
I did painting and wall covering, commercial painting and wall covering, and welding and granite, anything I could subcontract.
You're like, fuck it, I'm gonna be a comedian.
Dude, honestly, man, it got down to the fucking. I'm not like a regular, you know what I mean? Like I'm the dude that you probably were like, yeah, he's all right, but like you didn't like, you didn't want to be like, let's go fucking on vacation with him or whatever, like you don't want to bring me to your parents' house. I'm gonna talk about some fucked up shit or whatever. But I don't know, work for me, man, doing the construction was. I did say fuck it. I did do comedy. I got paid a lot of money doing that shit, man, and money is the root of all evil.
Yeah, it's not everything though, for sure.
No, if you're smart and you can understand it, it's a language in itself. You got to understand money.
It's about 95%. I
don't, so I talk about it like it ain't. Fuck that money, But I know somebody else understands
give me your money.
What was the day? Was there a day you were like, fuck it?
Yeah, dude. Honestly, man, I had been subcontracting work for. I've had probably about like three ventures. The first one out of the gates was like I did some wall covering with this guy we were talking about previously, and the money was fast. Like it was fucking quick. Like he'd be like, "Hey, dude, I'll pay you. The work's gonna be hard. Stay here."
Sounds like dope money. He's
18
like, hey,
hours.
He's like whispering. He's like, "Hey, man,
dude, it's
gonna be fucking good.
It pays."
Dope money's like, hey, this is gonna be fucking easy.
Yeah, this is gonna be easy. Wall covering paid so much money that like it's addicting. Like I remember when the dude was like, "Hey, when you get into this shit, you'll never get out of it." And I was like, "Oh bullshit, fucking." I wanted to leave it like 5 times. I even tried, and I'd always go back to it. But it paid so much money that it's almost like gambling or hitting them fast licks and then becoming lazy and sitting and chilling. I'd made a habit of that, and I did it for years, dude. But the stressor on your brain during those processes, like when you have to kick yourself back off and get motivated again after you sat around, because you get paid $10,000-$20,000. Like, I use that number a lot, but like you'll get paid that for a job that took you 2 weeks. Then you don't work again for 3 months because you're over there chilling. You can getting back to work is like, oh, and then you might not make connections. You become really late. I don't know. I became
complacent.
That's what it is. I became really complacent with making the money, and then I had like 10, 15 guys going sometimes. Sometimes it'd be more than that. I'd have to sub it out even more than that. It was a lot to organize, and I'm just not that fucking dude, man. And one day, I was on the job, and I got a little bit of flack from this fucking superintendent and shit, and I just had started open mic like maybe about 3 weeks before. But
what was your first open mic?
This dude Rick Wayne, R.I.P. He just had passed away.
Rick Wayne. Who?
Yeah, Rick Wayne, man, Nickelback Rick. So he was over at Marietta Strand Theater, right on the top floor. Yeah, I went over there and freaking did good. I did like 3 or 4 of them, and the dude was like, there was a dude that does shows. He said, "Hey, man." So I don't know if this is a free for all. I can talk about it because I feel like we need to be hurrying up or whatever. But there's a story into going into comedy, like for me to actually be like, all right, this is what I'm doing. I'm gonna quit.
You got plenty of time.
All right, so for me, like, I know
you
we want to. Yeah. You got a ham at 4:30, bro.
You got a ham. You don't have to.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying he wants somebody else to get the ham. I'm saying like, I got you, Bree. I got you. Don't worry about it. And so I'll pay somebody else to go.
Bree's like, I don't want to hear it that bad.
Yeah, she's like, look, motherfucker, we do this all the time. We don't really want to hear it. Not even a little bit.
Yeah. You call the place that's got the ham, they're like, yeah, we're open till 7.
Yeah. So I'm
whatever you want.
I'm a self-sabotager. Facts of life are that I do that often. Not no, you know, as I get older, I try to minimize damage to myself. There's always problems, right? But I'm always a self-sabotager. I mean, I create a lot of problems for myself, and then have to overcome them like crazy all the time.
You feel like that's what made you funny?
Nah, I do. I feel like I don't think anything made me funny. I've always been trying to joke it off everything, no matter what it is. You know what I mean? No matter what it is. But I was mad depressed. You know, I not because of Iraq or anything. I was in the Army and shit. I went to war a couple of times or whatever, so to speak. But I didn't get like angry or depressed like after I got divorced. And I didn't understand like what was happening around me and shit like that. I didn't want to be the dude that wanted to say I got a problem or anything like that. And I would just keep going to work out of town, always getting big jobs. Go to work, stay gone, and ended up getting divorced over it. And then had a lot of time to sit and reflect. And then you still trying to do that same. Because my ex-wife used to pull a lot of weight for me, dude. She used to pull a hell of weight for me.
She big? She fat?
Nah, I love that chick. She's so fun, dude. I love her. She's so fun. She could be fat. I wouldn't give a fuck, dude. She's bad as a bone, bro. She got a vibe. Enough about her. Ex-wife.
How long were you married?
11 years. Yeah, we still hang out. One of my best friends, but it got to a point to where, you know, I was just always stressed and shit, man. And when I got divorced and I was still trying to do that work, that hard work. And I went to the open mic, and because I'd sat around and did Facebook forever. I did it forever, and then finally I was like, I want to do stand-up. So I reached out to a dude that did stand-up, and I said, hey, what do you do, you know, to get into this right here? I feel like I can do this. But I would watch them, and they would be like joke tellers and people like Rodney Dangerfield guys. They would tell little one-liners and shit like that. I'm like, I don't think I could fit in there because I'm long-winded as fuck, obviously, and I like to talk, so I tell stories. That's what I do. And I got up there one day, the first day, and this dude just put my name on the list because I kept going up there and I wouldn't get on stage. I wouldn't chicken out. I just feel like I'd be like, man, fuck this shit. This ain't nothing. Yeah. I'm already doing Facebook. You know, I was in my mind. I literally was like, this ain't nothing.
Right.
And like I could do this. And then the one guy hit me up. He was like, hey man, you coming to Rick's room tonight? I was like, I don't know, man. I might be there. He was like, no, your name's on the list. You're 17th. I was like, huh? And he hangs the phone up. And it's this dude that got me into it, nice. Gary Cardwell. And I was like, no fucking way. So I had to show up there. And then I said, dude, I don't fucking know what I'm gonna do up here on this fucking stage, man. What the fuck you mean to do? He was like, bro, tell him. And he just shouted off some Facebook story that I just recently talked about. He's like, tell him that fucking story. And I'm like, how the fuck am I gonna tell that story? I don't like tell a story again. I'm not that dude. My people are like, hey, tell him that story, and you're like, nah, it's not as good the second time around. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
And so I told him the fucking story, and they all laughed and shit, and I was like, that was refreshing. It gave me an awkward boner, but it didn't stand up. You know what I'm saying? I was like, this might be my shit. It was like taking a hit of a joint for the first time, and you being like, I'll probably do this the rest of my life. Unless somebody makes me stop. You know what I'm saying? And
I feel you.
Yeah, I feel you on that shit too. But I only went a few times. And this is where I start lining up with like the universe or who really runs the show and why we do exist. I'm a real hippie with that kind of shit. But like, I got the past, the extreme jump. Like some of these dudes been going for years and years and years going to open mics, getting 4 minutes at a time. Well, I did so good that dude be like, hey man, you can do 8 minutes. And I'm like, all right, I'll do 8 minutes. And he wouldn't get nobody else 8 minutes. He was like, what the fuck motherfucker going over his time for? And he was like, I let him up there, whatever. But people start getting rubbed the wrong way, especially after the third or fourth open mic. And I'm gassing myself for sure right now, but that's what really happened. I only did a few of them. And the dude was like, hey, you want to do a show?
Lots of experience, though. That's why you could do it.
Right. Life experience will take you down. You know what I mean? If you could talk that's all you got to do is talk about funny shit. Like, you know what I mean? Especially if you've been through some hard shit, you got to find funny shit that makes you, like you said earlier, like that makes you funny.
The hard shit at me like, you can tell I've been through some fucked up shit.
Not just that. You mentioned earlier that make you funny, and it's like, it does whatever. But
where you from, Rockmart? Oh, this guy's fucked
this dude's fucked. He's all his teeth. He's not that fucked up.
Nah, that's right.
He's not that fucked
for
up.
now.
Yeah,
he's close to the village, not in the village.
Yeah, I don't know, man. And I did the open mic just to get back on there real quick, and I'll finish this one up real quick because I see Bree's thinking about the ham, and so she's like, "This motherfucker, y'all got this dude on here? He ain't even taking a sip of his beer yet." And I went to work that day and got chewed out by this motherfucker, man. And I did so good at the open mic, and the dude, he hadn't asked me to do a show yet. I mentioned that earlier, but I went home from work that day, and I was done, bro. When I tell you I was done, this is where it's gonna take a hard left. I was like, I got divorced. I was broke, 2 trucks repoed, credits fucked, everything's fucked, right? Like there's nothing for me.
But you're on a high from the night before.
Right.
From the stage, right?
Absolutely, 100%. And I'm trying to decipher like what I want to do. And shit's getting weird, and I have a fucked up conversation with my ex-wife, or I can't remember what it was about, but I was like, I'm gonna fucking kill myself today. Like, I'm gonna fucking do this shit.
God damn.
Yeah, I know, right? I told you to take a hard left. So, but I didn't. It wasn't like you think though. I wasn't like sad or no shit. Like I wasn't like I just knew.
You're just like the game's over.
Game's fucking over, man. Fuck this shit, right? Because I believe in God and stuff. And I know you hear that's contradicting to what I'm talking or how I'm talking, but I sat there for a minute and I was like, I'm gonna plan this shit out and drive my fucking truck like off a cliff or some shit. So that way my daughters.
They were repoed.
Well, I'd borrowed a truck at the time, right? Real shit. True story. True story. Them motherfuckers are repoed as shit. I'm driving a dude named Scott's truck. It has like a roll cage on it, but it's like a ladder rack.
It's got full coverage insurance though. That's good.
I have no clue if it's got
You're gonna
insurance.
drive it off a cliff and live.
No
Had
clue.
a roll cage.
I say roll cage. It's a damn. It's a fucking ladder rack. Could have been a roll cage.
Joey did not think this through. He didn't have a truck to do running off the cliff.
Yeah.
He didn't know if the dude had insurance. It was like a fully safety thing.
Yeah.
He's going to kill himself. He's going to be fucked the rest of his
Yeah,
life.
dude. It was a bad fucking day, man. And
He
I,
fucked the rest of his life.
Dude.
Let me tell you a story.
when I said I was gonna do it, like that day, like it was like 8 p.m. I was like, I'm gonna do this shit. I'm gonna smoke a joint first, and I'm gonna go do it. And I said, all right, hold up. I'm gonna pray, and I'm not trying to church this up at all. I was like, I'm gonna pray real quick. And so I was like, I had that little Lieutenant Dan moment, you know. I'm like, hey, motherfucker, like what's going on in my brain. You know how I feel right now. Like, if there's something else for me, then I'll fucking stick around. But like until then, I'm about to get in the truck and take it off the fucking edge for real. And
Have you had your daughter yet?
both my daughters. This is just recent. This is my daughter's 16 and 14 now, but this is just recent. This is only 2 years ago when this happened, and I was like, when I got up from a little praying and all that crap like that or whatever, probably about an hour went by and this dude Darut called me and he said, hey, I'm from open mic, or not from the open mic. I saw you at open mic. Remember I told you I was gonna hit you about this show. He's like, you want to do a show? I was like, fucking where? Dude immediately was like, I ain't mad about shit no more. I'm good. I ain't sad. You said something about a show. Like, it took me out of there like that, dude. And so I said, when's it? He was like, it's going to be a Villa Rica, man, at this little brewery or some shit. So I was like, boom, I invited all my friends. And it was after that day that I signed it up. It was like 2 weeks of advertising and shit like that. Bro, I was walking around the fucking job like, fuck y'all, man. I'm a fucking comedian now, bro. I got the shit.
That's
I'm
awesome.
fucking sign me up. But it ain't real. Because it's just a little show at a brewery. I didn't understand the severity of it until I did a show in front of like 1,000 people. You know what I mean? And then you're like, okay, this is a show. 36 people is different. It's all your friends too. They've heard this shit your whole life. Well, after I got done with that, I was like, bro,
This is me. This is what I'm
I
doing.
quit. I went to work the next day. This dude was fucking giving me shit. Like, you got to get these countertops up. We were doing this apartment complex or some shit.
Yeah.
I'm subbing granite countertops at the time. And I was like, man, fuck toting this granite, bro. I was like, and fuck you too. I put a picture online and I tagged him in it. And that's how I quit. I was like, last day at the job, fuck this dude. And then I just took it. I eat shit. I don't make it nowhere near as much money. I was making 100-some thousand, 200,000 a year to subcontract and construction.
Yeah, for sure.
But now you make 30, 40K, but the trade-off is time.
Yep.
Yeah, you get a lot of fucking
And
time.
happiness.
Happiness is.
We had went on our first podcast that we did. Soup Sandwich was down at Roy Jones Jr.'s, and we rented this huge like condominium, 2-story condominium, and I heard probably the best I quit story in my fucking life.
Yeah.
Right. So it was one of the boxers named Shamir. Shamir, what's up, man? Get in the ring. But do you remember this I quit story?
Absolutely.
So he's on a oil. They're all from Louisiana, so they all of them work on oil rigs, right? I don't know. I don't want to flub the fucking story up, but I'm gonna get to the point. So this motherfucker was fucking done with it. He's on the rig. Somebody pisses him off, right? And he's a professional fucking boxer. Knocks him out. And that wasn't it. He goes, I got 2 more people I want to knock out. And he runs, knocks one other motherfucker out, runs all the way down there. Like, what are you doing? He's like, boop, now I quit. Bye.
In 3 completely different places though. Like by the time he got to the second
That's
person,
how you quit.
It was
Yeah.
yes. It was like, hey, all the way over this rig. It was not like, hey, there's 3 guys in a row. It was,
It was like
I'm going to get this
everybody
dude.
came together after that to tell each other, you won't believe the crazy shit that just happened to us, and the other groups of
Like,
people
me
were
too.
all saying literally.
no,
You should have seen the other side of the rig. Who was yours? Shamir. Ours was too. He's just going there punching fucking people.
Fucking Shamir.
I quit. I quit. That's the best I quit story ever.
That's good.
Knocked them out.
That was good.
So why? So you went with Average Joey. What was the other names you were going to go with, or that was just it? Average Joey.
Average Joey was like, so I'd already been teasing it, like fucking around. I had a regular Joey as my page or some shit, and then legit, I got a joke. My opening joke when I do my stand up for right now is the explanation of Average Joey, and I legit went on a date with a chick, you know, and dated her for a few times. Met her on like
Dating app.
It was a dating app, but it wasn't a dating app.
Christian
it was
Mingle?
like, no, I say
Yeah,
that. That's what I use in my joke is Christian Mingle, but it was just like some old basic shit like Tinder or something like that or some bullshit like that. And I met up with her probably about 10, 15 times. We never did nothing, you know what I mean? But we went swimming a couple of times, and I fucking have a little dick. So, I mean, it's not little, it's average dick. Like, it's like 6 inches, whatever the fuck. It looks like 2 inches or something. Not to be vulgar in front of you, but like, it's a little dick. It's not a big whopper, you know what I'm saying?
Especially in the pool, right?
Right. So and I don't pay attention to that shit because I don't give a fuck.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And so, like, I have no clue that this bitch is writing down notes, bro. I have no idea any of this shit's going on. Went swimming with a bunch of times. We went and jumped off some bridge or some shit in the lake, and my shit, like, comes off. Like, my pants. I'm like, oh, you know, put it back on, whatever. And still nothing with this chick, whatever. I go to chill with her at her house one night. And she's like, fuck it. She obviously knows I have it at this point. I don't know if she knows I have it at this point, right?
She knows I have it.
I'm saying, but I don't know that she knows. So like her inviting me over there, the shit just went out. I don't know if that matters, but because I can't hear myself.
Headphones dead?
Probably me.
You fucked it up, Joey.
He's not touching the fucking headphones, bro.
He's trying to see your dick.
He's like
Trying.
average.
It still ain't working?
No, that's where it kicked back on. I was just enjoying the moment, bro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't touch any wires, so I don't know why it turned back on.
It wasn't a wire, bro.
I didn't touch any wires. No, you didn't, because it's way.
I was
average.
looking for them, but I did not find them. Yeah.
I don't even know what the fuck we were talking about, bro. You caught me off guard. Ooh.
Like you went over to her house and she was like,
So she's like,
She knows you have
you don't
it.
know if she knows that you know.
right. So she's like, come chill and watch a movie and shit. And I'm like, yeah,
know what that means.
Netflix and chill, right? I'm thinking like I'm gonna fucking hit it, you know what I'm saying? And so in the joke, I tell a little bit different, but I'm gonna tell you the real shit. So like I go over there, she's like, hey, you know, chill out. We're gonna put a movie on, whatever. It was this long ass fucking movie. I can't remember what it was, but it was just arbitrary as fuck to me for the whole 3 hours it was going on. I was like, I don't care about any of this shit. Right? And then the whole time, and she's like, we watched the entire fucking movie,
Hell
bro.
no.
She got up to get a drink one time. Like every time she gets up, I'm like, all right, this is the time we're gonna get up. We start talking, and she's like back, like pauses the movie, gets the fuck up, go gets her drink, all her shit.
You're just a pal then,
Right,
That's what you are.
in the friend zone 100%.
Yeah.
So finally, she's like, look, dude, like I can't, like I don't want to like go all the way and shit with you or whatever, so to speak. But like I'll give you a hand job.
Yeah, yep.
And I was like,
Okay.
immediately.
Yeah.
I didn't even fucking blink, bro. From
sure.
like, are you sure? Are you sure? Like I'm asking, and she's like, yeah. So she's like, I say in the joke, she lets me pick the lotion, but she actually just grabs this bottle. I just immediately, I'm like, this bitch gives hand jobs. Obviously, she has lotion here for everybody.
She's got it in stock.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah,
so-
she's got it in stock.
Bro,
It's
It
there.
would only have been better if she put a fucking
No,
doctor
this
glove on.
is real life, and this is what makes this entire fucking Average Joey thing fucking great. Because she gave me the nickname, but I took it rightfully, so it's mine.
Yeah.
And because we're sitting there watching this fucking movie, and I'm getting a little hand chamois, right? And I got my shirt on and nothing else, bro. It's just I got no pants on. I got my socks on, and
So
a shirt.
you like took them all? Not you.
Bro,
didn't
we
ankle,
took them
you
off
didn't
so I
ankle
could.
it.
Because
If you know you're only getting a hand job, though, you might as well get
well, if you know you
comfortable.
only have a small dick, you got to spread your legs a little bit, and it's bigger. It's a bigger dick. You know what I'm saying? You get
better handling.
better.
Area.
Everything's
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
right? So nevertheless, I'm getting a hand job, bro, and her fucking phone is like it vibrates like loud, like mine's going off. That's funny as shit. It vibrates so loud that like I'm like, what the fuck is that? It's like. And I was like, does this bitch got a fucking vibrator? Like, the fuck is she doing? Like, what's this next thing? And she's like, oh my God. And she like stops the hand job. And she's like, I got to find my phone. It might be my kid calling and shit. And I'm like, oh shit, your kid, she's at her dad's.
Yeah.
So it's like a big thing. She has to find this phone. And it stops ringing. She couldn't find it or whatever. She's running around the house looking for shit. I'm like, I'm just going to call it and find it for her, right? And so I fucking call it.
Yeah.
And it's like between the couch cushions where
Oh my
pick it up and it
God.
says Average Joey?
Joe.
Average Joey's calling. And I said, what the fuck? This bitch gave me a fucking nickname. And so I didn't even say anything to her about it until later in a text message. Bro, I'm normally the guy that's going to address it immediately. But I had shit to gather.
But you let her finish the hand job.
No, I didn't get the hand job was done. It was a wash. Like I had fucking jacked off on the way home for sure. It was a wash.
In the car?
Bro, in the car.
Incredible.
T-shirt, man, come on. You act like you've never done that. If you haven't,
You need to try it.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's intense, bro. It's like, it's like, whatever. So
I have a hard time using the blinker when I'm doing that.
Yeah, no shit. When I left there, I didn't say anything to her. Because I had a lot of shit in her house that I had to like gather strategically, like that I had left there, these random things, and I like in my mind, I'm like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm never coming back to this bitch's house. She's fucking mean. What a bitch give me a nickname? Average
Fucking
Joe.
mean.
Oh, I'd have laughed immediately.
So in the joke, I make a whole story around like her exposing it to me and me flipping through and finding out that Big Dick Joey and Fat Dick Joey have like emojis, whatever. But I didn't ever really do that. She just gave me the name Average Joey based on what she saw at like the pool and all the shit, right? And
At
I'm
least
like,
you didn't have an eggplant. Like, at least you didn't know it was about your dick.
right? Well, at
You could've
least
just
you
been
didn't
average.
store it in before and then find out and then have to delete it. Like they go delete the eggplant on me, bro. Like fucking bitch. So I took the name, it's mine, and I was like, I was like, it's too coincidental with regular Joey. And at the time, I was like, the Average Joey is my name because I have a whole story that goes behind that.
Hell
This is
yeah.
I
like,
really hope she listens to this.
oh, dude, that chick is long gone. That chick is like long gone, dude. She like lives in Europe with some dude that does like lumber export.
I bet he's not average.
Dude, homeboy, the wood. You know what I'm talking
That
about?
guy
He
fucking slings it, son.
like exports and imports lumber or some
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. You
He's
gotta have a big
loaded.
dick if you're doing that.
Dude,
If you move wood for a
Move
living.
I'm
wood.
saying going with
Wood
the dude with
Dick
the
Jerry.
wood. Fucking
Big Dick Ben.
bitch. But I've got over that since then,
So
Sounds like it.
so you went through this depressive, kind of period, and then the one phone call got you back into it. You got your stage name, all really kind of close together, and then Mullet Gang clothing company comes in. Where was that? What
Dude, I
happened?
just had the mohawk a little bit, it's, could be considered a mullet hawk, so to speak. And I just fucked with John Daly, man. Like John Daly was the guy back in the
Fucking
day
awesome,
for me.
man.
Great dude. And then I was like, I'm gonna fucking cut my hair like this fucking dude, right? Because he legit had the fucking mullet still. I seen him on TV on ESPN
With his son?
playing some, with his
The
son.
son, yeah.
Yeah,
Son's
that
a
dude
badass
drinks,
golfer.
bombs golf balls and looks
His
awesome.
son's
He
a
doesn't drink
badass
anymore,
golfer.
does he?
No.
He drinks Diet Coke. Like
Yeah.
he drinks
Really?
like 20 Diet Cokes a day or something.
Yeah, so I grew the mullet out. And I was doing comedy, like just popping in everywhere, and I had the mullet, and people would start to be like, bro's got the mullet, and I would just fuck around and say Mullet Gang. Like I would just be like, Mullet Gang, whatever. And believe it or not, I'd said it like, I guess I found out later on when I became a comedian, Theo Vaughn is a real thing. And he does like gang and all this shit, and he's got a mullet, so people are like, bro's biting his style. And I'm like, no, I had it before I fucking did any of that shit, and I would always say Mullet Gang. And
Now mullets are huge.
well, because of that, I fucking trademarked Mullet Gang. Nationally, federally, everything. I just made sure it was mine.
Yep.
And then fucking just started selling the shit out of it and then just claimed it, dude. And then it just took off like people just saying that shit. But mullets are like a fad, right? So it's actually a fad now. So I like to try to do my clothes like based around like everybody, not just like the atypical redneck dude with the mullet, because John Daly ain't no redneck, bro. This dude is a fucking crazy son of a bitch, dude. He's a fucking redneck, but dude, he likes rap music, black chicks,
He's
white
cool.
chicks,
Yeah.
whoever.
He's the bomb, dude.
Dude is a fucking cool character, man.
Yeah.
And
you
I'm like,
you get invited to a major when you're that young and fucking win it. You're a
dude's
bad
a beast, bro.
motherfucker, man.
He is the mullet shit, like the
I have to
vibe.
look this guy up.
He's
John
the
Daly?
man, bro. He's
a
man.
golfer. He's a golfer. Yeah, he's a bad.
His son
motherfucker.
is really good too, though.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Yeah.
I've seen him play.
His
I
son's
mean,
a tank too.
yeah. So cool. We're skipping to Cameo. What's Cameo? Tristan, tell me.
It's a service where people can get on there, and celebrities have profiles where you can kind of tell them what to say, and they'll video themselves saying it.
How much they charge for that shit?
It depends.
on how big you are.
Carol Baskin gets like 500 to say
$500.
hello,
Happy birthday.
all you cats and
Yeah,
kittens.
it's for like a
$500?
1 minute video.
I think it's maybe a little bit more.
You can get. It depends. Like if you did it, you'd probably make like $1.
Of course.
Cameo.
Yeah.
But
Right now.
I did it. I mean, I get paid.
I think I
need to
charged like
call people
$3,
short.
$4.
10 or 20 bucks for mine or some shit, but I don't
I
even
just got
use it.
paid to call somebody short the other day. So
Huh?
How
In the bar?
much?
What do you mean?
$125.
At the bar?
No. on Instagram. He messaged me and said, "Call me short." I was like, "Okay, midget," and then he Venmoed me money.
That's crazy.
People are
Damn.
fucking weird.
He was gonna send you 60, and then
Well,
you called
there's
him
a-
midget, and he doubled down.
There's a market
This
for that.
dude was
though.
like, "Call me midget, call me midget, call me midget." Yes.
yeah,
This dude was
there's.
fucking
Jesus.
pulling the goddamn meat.
He was
when
probably
he was doing
driving,
that. What a-
too.
You
yeah.
need to break us off for that because
I'm saying there's-
definitely fucking marketed you as the short hater. That's for us.
He was a listener.
No,
but-
she marketed herself as that. Are you
Yeah,
kidding me?
that's for sure.
She's got it
I
tattooed
always-
on her lower back. Fuck you if you're short.
Yeah,
Damn.
must hit that.
It's hardcore.
Yeah.
Must be this tall.
And that's the line. It's like
Yeah.
fuck you if you're this
Like
short.
not a tramp stamp. It's just like.
Oh, I got tramp stamps are all right.
No.
Oh yeah, I got one before it was a tramp stamp, like
Yeah.
19 years ago or so. Like it wasn't even a fucking.
You got a
term.
tramp stamp?
bro? I got the biggest tramp stamp.
Heard that, man.
It says Georgia Bulldogs on that shit.
Hell no.
I ain't playing with you, not even a little bit. Don't barf on my tramp stamp.
That's awesome.
No, I'm barfing on Georgia Bulldogs.
Oh,
dog.
come on! What are you damn? What are you? Hold up! Let me guess.
The worst.
I'm gonna not. I'm. Oh no, she's not a Bama fan.
No, the worst.
Oh, so you're like a Tennessee.
the
Volunteers.
worst. The worst.
Florida Gators.
Yes, you're a Georgia fan. The worst.
I don't like any of them. So they're all
I'm
the
a Tennessee.
worst.
I'm a Tennessee fan.
My
She's
parents
a
are
Gator.
Tennessee.
You said you first. Bitch.
Well, that's
Yeah.
okay, but if I go the worst to a Georgia fan, immediately 9 out of 10 go, she's a fucking
Gator.
Gator.
Yeah, true story.
Well, I
but
mean, Alabama has taken everything away from Georgia.
not
We only
this year,
take-
hopefully. But maybe,
We just beat them.
Y'all gave
normally.
it away.
yeah.
Y'all gave it away for free.
The reason
At
we
least
bring
they
up,
took our shit.
The reason why you bring up Cameo, go ahead. My bad, dude. We just cutting you off over
That's
here.
all good. When we looked up Joey to like kind of prepare for this episode, the first thing that came up was his Cameo profile.
Do it, do it.
This is his pitch for people to purchase a video.
Book now, $20.
24-hour delivery.
It's y'all again. Actually, it's just me holding my phone, talking to my phone to myself because they were like, "Hey, you need to tell people what you do." I'll just do whatever you want. You know what I mean? Like basically, I just do whatever you want. You just hit me up and I just do whatever you want. I'm like that. You know what I'm saying? No, but I like to prank them. I like to thank them. I like to have a good time. Hit me up if you got somebody you want to shout out to, and then we'll make it happen. And we'll make it happen in a real big way. It won't be some old simple ass, "Hello, how are you?" We'll make it special. Hit me up. Love y'all. Bye.
Damn, I wanted to
He
talk
has
while I was
half as many
talking.
fans as we do.
It's y'all again.
That's right.
Actually,
No, listen, about Cameo. Let me tell you something about this fucking horse shit. You got something else you want to say before I go in on this bullshit? So this shit right here
Right.
is the biggest crock of shit I've ever done in my life. I just give them to people now. Like the dude hit me up the other day. I'll show you when I did. It was pretty good. He's like, "I'll pay you, whatever amount of money." And I found more glory in fucking just giving these people. I get my guitar, sing "Happy Birthday," but do it funny. I'm sitting outside of Buc-ee's, do whatever, do it funny, and those people will get on my fucking website, man. And I'm not trying to like make them sound like they're chumps for it, because I actually very much appreciate it. But they'll get on my website, bro, after I do the free Cameo on Facebook and be like, fucking 2-3 t-shirts or a hat or whatever. And I'm
That's
like,
awesome, yeah.
it's two birds, one stone, because they're going to put my brand on, wear it out. And then I fucking hate people that ask for money on Cameo. You're a fucking cocksucker if you ask for money. I want to delete it, but I don't have the app anymore, and I don't remember my fucking email to do the password change shit. So that's why there's nothing current on there. It's old as shit.
There's a
but-
button down there that says forgot email.
No, forgot email or password?
Forgot password and email.
Well, password, yeah. It wants me to put the email in, I'm pretty sure.
And you titled it like I'm a regular guy, I'm a regular this. You should have said average. Why not average?
Because at the time,
you weren't average.
I didn't
regular
know.
You had a bigger
No,
dick
I
then.
was average Joe.
You didn't see the phone
bigger
call
dick
yet.
I wasn't to terms yet. You know what I'm saying? With everything. So. How was it, man? It's fun. Look, dude, it's a couple.
How many of those
I was-
videos did you do?
Only like a few. Only a few. I've done 100 or so on Facebook or whatever, but for free, absolutely free. Fuck Cameo.
What's some of the best inquiries you've had?
Oh, you get shit from, because you got to think, you got a smorgasbord of people that you never knew that, like, as a salesman, you're going to meet a million people that you have to sell. You know, all the people you've talked to, there's tons of fucking these motherfuckers out there. So that you got different people that they define to me that there's like inbred people or pedophiles or, and I'm not trying to get all extreme or whatever, but there's so many people that ask the fucking weirdest shit. You're like, what the fuck does this dude do on a Tuesday?
You should see her fucking DMs. Them motherfuckers ask her some fucked up
dude,
shit.
to say you're short, it's fucking weird. But so this dude says, hey, hit me up and act like you're or hit my wife up. I'm gonna give you her number. They like send her something and basically, tell her that you're wanting to fucking hit on her, that you want to get with her and shit. And he was like, you can send her a DP, whatever, dude, it doesn't matter. Like, just like fuck with her. And I was like, all right, like, that's cool or whatever.
He's trying to catch her.
Hold up, this motherfucker legit hits me back, and he's like, hey man, and he's like giving me like real specific and like the fucking Will Ferrell dude off the movie, like turn around like a dragon. He's like giving me like
we're gonna need 2 dragons.
Real specific instructions, talking about, hey man, could you like stand towards the left and like shit. I'm like, I'm not doing your fucking Cameo anymore, bro. Like, it's done.
This is your porn side.
All the way and that was some stupid ass like outlandish shit or whatever. But you've had people call and be like, or hit you up and be like, yo, cuss this motherfucker out for me. Tell him he's fired. Prank call shit, basically what it comes down to, because of how I advertise it, basically. But that's all I really get is that bullshit.
You should do the break bad news to people. That's
I
probably
saw
the
that,
funniest
dude.
one.
I saw
John
that.
breaks bad news.
That shit is the best shit.
He's fucking funny.
Yeah, he is.
That shit's the
I've
best
seen
shit.
him, yeah.
He's like, I hate to tell you, he's like, you're a shitty friend. And he's out there like, huh? He's like, yep, you're fucking shitty. You owe somebody money, and he's like,
He cracks me up smoking cigarettes too while he does it, because he's just scrolling through his phone. He's like, hold on, I gotta find your bad news.
Yeah.
He's smoking a cigarette.
yeah.
He's like, oh, turns out you're fucking fired.
Yeah.
I haven't seen this, but I want to.
You gotta look it
Oh,
up.
it's awesome. It's awesome. It's almost like when that thing Text from Next Day came out. It was so fucking funny. And then after like a month, you knew that they were fucking fake. But when you
drunk
I
text.
laughed so fucking hard. Yeah, drunk text from Next Day or whatever. So fucking funny when I first read it in the first like week. What's up with Brett Favre and Soulja Boy promotion anti-Jewish material? What's that?
So Cameo has been, people have exploited Cameo to make celebrities say whatever they want. So
And people don't know what they're saying.
Yeah,
Right.
so there was like a bunch of scandals with Cameo. I think it was like when it first came out, and people got Brett Favre and Soulja Boy to promote anti-Jewish material on there, and that was just like,
Oh, they tricked him?
yeah,
What
it was
is
like
that?
it was like very code name type stuff.
What does that shit say $140 for? What is that? Go back to that. Do I charge $140 for something?
For a business content.
Yep. You should have got one of those.
I never even knew it existed.
It was up there. You didn't see it?
I'm saying I saw that. That's how I knew. That's how I found out. I never even knew it was a thing. Swear to God. You can see, I think, how many I've done. There's only a few. Like, it ain't nothing.
It says you have 6 fans.
Dude, come on.
You've got 4 or
I'm
5
the
star
man,
reviews,
bro.
reviews.
I'm the fucking man, bro.
You've got some 5-star reviews though.
I mean, I ain't trying to fucking sign no autographs in here.
6 out of 6. Your fans. 6 out of 6 people say
3
he
are
fucking
sitting
rocks.
Shit.
4 are right here.
Y'all all subscribe.
Joey rocks. 6 out of 6 people say.
Everybody subscribe. Like, y'all are all like, let's subscribe before, and then he'll feel like, and then we'll let him know that it's us.
Dude, not to take it way off to the left while we're talking about Cameo, I don't want to derail it too much. You said you did a show in front of 1,000 people. Is that the biggest show you did?
Yes, that was with somebody else though, with Donnie Baker.
Yeah, how much time did you do?
25 minutes or something like that. Feature
Nice.
spot.
God damn, 25 minutes.
I do the headliner
lot.
spots are where it's at. I do 45-minute spots now. That's where you just get in the juice. I was just in San Antonio this past weekend.
I saw you're going to be in California.
That's gonna be December 10th.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Friday. Yeah, that's the second time out there. I love that place.
Yeah.
Not California. I don't. Let's not get anything.
You love the
mistaken
comedy
here.
club.
I love the comedy club.
Yeah.
I love the place we did the comedy.
So you can get Carol Baskins to sing you happy birthday?
You can get her to do a couple of things on there. You talking about
What,
Cameo?
like some fucked up shit?
No, she's got guidelines or whatever, but she charges a fuckload of money. She's clearly banking because she has. If you look her up,
from Tiger King.
if you look her up, she's got tons of fans. And
I'm sure.
There's new Tiger King now, right?
Yeah, I watched it.
Is it good?
It's pretty good.
I cannot watch it.
It's not bad. It's new material. It's not like it's new people. They go into a couple other people really pretty deep. So it's not bad.
The only
It's not as like shocking as the first one because that was like
The
right.
second one was
The first one was
ridiculous.
right when fucking
COVID, that's the
COVID
only
started,
reason
and
anybody
everybody
watched
yeah,
it,
and
'cause
everybody was like,
everybody's
oh my
fucking bored.
god, yes, it was in there like I'm
And
gonna
then
watch
it was
this
like
shit.
on trend, like on Twitter, everybody was talking
Yes.
about it, Instagram, everybody. So then everybody was like, well, fuck, I have to go watch it.
they're the wonderful whites of West Virginia. Have you?
Oh yeah,
Hell
of course. Yeah.
Dude, I'm just telling you, man. Like, if you were to put like Tiger King and that next to each other, like it's
Yeah.
He's shaking that pill bottle. He's like, that's a West Virginia mating call right there.
dude. Hank Williams Jr. has obviously a son, Hank Williams III. He has a song about these people. He does an interview with people. Man, the fucking people are nuts, dude. And to watch him on that show years later, I was like, I was telling people, these are my people. These are people.
He was on that show. He was on that show, right?
The Wonderful Whites. I don't know if he was on that show.
I think-
I didn't see. I
think
didn't see him.
Hank 3 was on that show.
I didn't see him on there with a couple episodes. I didn't watch the whole thing, but the ones I did watch, those fucking people
They're
are crazy,
funny.
bro.
Is Tiger King gonna get released?
When she rolls,
Never?
when she rolls up,
shit.
when she rolls up and goes to that Taco Bell, and she's like, "I want a quesadilla. I want a quesadilla." He's like, "We don't have a quesadilla." And then they have this conversation in the car about they took her baby. They took her baby away. And then she's like, "I want a quesadilla. I want a quesadilla." And the lady was like, "We don't have a quesadilla." And then they start talking again because they're fucking smashed out of their brains on pills. And then they turn back around and like, "They took her baby. They took her baby." She goes, "I want a quesadilla." The guy's like, "Ma'am, we do not have a fucking quesadilla."
Dude, the Wonderful Whites of West Virginia
Taco
is
Bell?
fucking wild.
I don't know where they were.
Oh, I was going to say, then if they're at Taco Bell, they definitely have quesadilla.
I can't remember.
They probably didn't know where they were.
You weren't
either.
listening to the. You're thinking about your fucking turkey.
I'm thinking about
Ham.
food.
Thinking about the ham. You doing ham for Thanksgiving? That's some bullshit. The Christmas thing.
I don't know.
Gotta have a little ham on
I
Thanksgiving.
can't cook,
guess.
so I'm bringing a ham to.
Where
my
you getting the ham
Thanksgiving.
from?
Honey baked ham.
I don't even know who Anthony Anderson. Oh, I know who Anthony Anderson is. Sorry.
Is this from this
Yeah.
piece of paper?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the reason we brought up Carol Baskin is because Gymshark, which is a fitness
I
apparel
love
brand,
their clothes.
so recently their marketing team went on Cameo and paid a bunch of celebrities to say happy birthday to Gymshark. And they started trending for it. So this is a couple of the examples.
Pretty badass.
Carol Baskin's work. Yeah, it's super smart. We need to do this for one of our.
Oh, I appreciate you giving me the idea.
Yeah.
Look, how many fans?
Cat rescue.
There you go.
Jim Shark. Oh my Katniss, I hear you have a birthday. Yeah, and that you love cats and kittens and
I
all
hate
things
her.
Tiger King.
I can't stand listening to
I
him.
can't stand
For
her.
the latter one, you are
surprised she's
always
still alive,
about
man.
everything fitness, even though you might skip leg day and you hate cardio and. But the outfits are cute, right?
Their outfits are so damn cute.
So have a happy birthday with all of your gym rat friends. And hey, Jim, it's your birthday. We're going to party like it's your birthday.
Turn her off.
We'll sip
Anybody
Bacardi like
else?
it's your
Leave it on for her, dude.
It's
Hey,
fantastic. It's
run that
She does
until.
suck.
How long does it take you to leave to go get the ham?
Have a happy
Leave it on
birthday.
until.
Her eye bags.
Oh,
How
you
how
cool
can you
cats
be
and kittens.
lacking
It's Carol
sleep and
Baskin.
stressed out, and this is your job?
Because she killed her fucking husband.
Dude, I was about to ask you
that by now.
Dude, there-
She's just upset because everybody knows.
no
she was already
fool.
over that.
No, nobody out here thinks otherwise. If they do, they're just giving her the benefit of the doubt.
Do y'all know who this is? Because I don't.
Yes. Is that Frank?
That's Draco
I thought
Malfoy.
it looks like Frank.
Yes, it
Ramirez.
is.
It's Draco?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's Draco Malfoy.
Yeah, he's just got a beard now.
It looked like Frankie
Or
Muniz
Draco
for a minute.
Malfoy in a hoodie.
Weird.
Die Hard Slytherin. My friend, I am here today to wish you a
Is that the guy on
bloody
Harry Potter?
happy
Yeah.
Yeah.
birthday.
Damn, he
Assuming
went
He's got a
you're over
fucking
the age of
noggin.
11, and if you are, I apologise. Your Slytherin letter welcoming you in will be on the way.
50%
soon
of his
without
head is
any
forehead.
owls. In the meantime, keep
Yeah, I
up
don't
the
hate,
cardio.
bro. I'm
Need
on.
some Botox.
I'm
Point
Well,
five
I know.
a
head.
fiend for it, so this will serve you well on the Quidditch pitch. I've been assured that you dislike Potter as much as I do. My father will certainly hear about this. Happy bloody birthday,
That's
Jim.
smart as hell.
Happy birthday, dear Jim Shark. Happy birthday.
Is this recent? Recent?
to
How recent?
They were trending this week. Do y'all know who this is?
Yes.
From the Fire Festival. And I am wishing you the happiest of birthdays. And I know,
You know who it is.
Hey,
He's from that kid.
a good
like the
birthday
kid
might
movie.
be just heading to the gym and hanging with the bros. Because I understand that you would do anything for the gym bros. Anything. And you know what I mean, Jim. Absolutely. And you know what? That's okay. I'd maybe head out there. Maybe focus a little bit on
Was he?
your-
Did he throw like a
on your legs. Yeah.
blowjob?
It's your
kind of-
birthday.
in
You
there?
do whatever you want, for sure. Whatever you do.
I'm reading
have
about
an
Brian
amazing
Landry
time.
suicide.
And Jim, thanks for being an ultimate team player. And
Stop
thank
doing
you
that.
for
He threw a
doing
sexual thing
anything.
out there, did he? Like I'm gonna, like I'll do anything.
You
to
see
you.
why?
Like, I'll fuck you. Or
You
something.
see why I would never? Do you see why I would never want to fucking do another cameo as long as I live?
No, because you can do this all the time. Yeah.
This dude right here is the shit, though. I love this dude right here.
Well, he's a comedian, so
No. It's not Ashton Kutcher. It's me, Brian Baumgartner here, and yes, it is
Father of the Bride.
birthday. Happy birthday to you, Jim.
He's not in Father of the Bride.
Wow.
No shit, the other guy was. I couldn't remember what movie it was.
Awesome. I hear that you're a big fan of The Office, so
Hate
thumbs
The
up
Office.
from me on that. Also, I'm told that you love
Never watched an
everything
episode.
You
fit,
honey baked
How do you hate
ham.
it?
even though you often skip
Tried.
leg day and you hate cardio. Listen, can you get to the gym? I have very little patience for stupidity. I have a great birthday, and
So
listen,
ironic.
I had a big speech planned for the big day. Why waste time say lot word when few word do trick? Jim?
What?
Bro.
You don't understand because you don't like The Office, which we should definitely talk about. 'cause
You
that's weird.
gotta watch it if you're
Jay's never
if you're
watched it either.
rewatching Sons of Anarchy.
I've never
you
watched it
have
either. I
to
want to watch it.
watch
Though.
stuff.
I can't say I hate something if I've never watched it.
I watched I like the small little clips. So then I tried one day. I
No,
watched
it's-
episode 1 and I was like, let's see how it is.
Yeah,
and
the
I'm
first
like, I
season
fell asleep.
sucks.
You gotta have right. So I agree with that right there. That
I like
statement.
dry sense of humor. Like I like that shit. Like funny.
The
like,
second season, you could tell that they really stepped it up when they wrote the fucking when they wrote it out. It was
fuck with
way
Parks and
more
Rec?
entertaining.
Oh, The Office over Parks and Rec.
I like them both. I like The Office though, just because I kind of grew up like watching it. Not grew up, but well, I watched everyone.
I
I
like
watched every
Friends way
episode.
more.
I prefer all
Friends.
the actors from
Not
Parks
even the
and
same
Rec.
category.
Friends. I know because Friends is way above.
Listen, honey baked ham not as good as regular ham.
What do you mean? Regular?
I don't know.
You said it. He said it.
Boar's head?
He said it.
It's just from the grocery store, cooked in the oven, a little Coca-Cola on the side, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Same. I agree. So
I'm just kidding.
Before I do this, I like this question you got here, but I'm gonna go around and see who everybody else thinks. Then I'm gonna see who Joey thinks. Okay. Who's the best celebrity to promote Joey Leonard? We're gonna start with you.
Why start with me?
Who's the best? Bailey, we're gonna start with you. Who's the best celebrity to promote?
Joe Dirt. I lied.
Promote what?
Oh, yeah, she said it. That's
Promote what?
That's David Spade. Joe Dirt's a character, but I like it.
Promote
David Spade.
Mullet Gang or promote the comedy?
Everything.
Everything. That's perfect.
Yeah. Joe Dirt is good.
He's known for that.
David Spade.
Yes. I wonder if David Spade does.
And he's
does
fucking
cameos.
hilarious.
Yeah, I need to. It's probably for like 30 grand or something.
Yeah, let's look it up. That's awesome.
Got to be 500. Nobody
I don't know.
knows.
What do you think?
We should all pitch in.
I mean, I think that he fits the mold of the blue collar comedy tour. So any of those guys, Bill Engvall, Larry the Cable Guy, Jeff
Pete
Foxworthy,
Davidson.
Don't, dude.
Pete Davidson. Yeah,
Did you say that for real?
Yeah, Pete Davidson.
Why would you say that?
I don't know about that one.
So listen. So the first time I ever headlined
Yeah.
a show, time I ever headlined a show,
Bill Cosby. You know.
this is good. This is actually decent right here. This Bridgeport, Connecticut is where first time I ever headlined a show, and I had no business headlining this show. Literally, the dude that owns the place only booked me because I have a following on social media, and he was like, "Oh, we're gonna."
It's a
book
good reason too, though.
Right, no
Did
doubt
you do
about
good
it.
or
I did okay, but the first night he hits me up like I'm getting ready for the show, and he's like, "Hey," he's like, "We gotta bump you." I said, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Are you already there?
I'm here. I'm in Connecticut. I'm on the plane. I said, "Bump me." So the fuck you mean bump me? He was like, "We got to bump you for tonight. Don't worry, you got the 2 shows tomorrow. Pete Davis is in town tonight. He's gonna jump on and do a show and shit." And I'm like, "Fuck Pete Davidson." I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" I was like, "Fuck this guy." In real life, fuck this guy. I don't even fucking like. I mean, I'm sure he's an okay guy. Like if I was to like take the
You don't
time.
think he's funny?
Though I sat there and watched this whole fucking set. You don't bash other comedians. That's something you don't do out here.
That's
I'm gonna tell you this much.
what he does.
So the story is pretty fun. Oh, I'd love to fucking go head to head with this dude and some wits, but I watch him eat people up all the
Well,
time.
I watch
would
him on the
fucking
roast all the time. He is fucking
love.
hilarious.
Oh, I'm not saying the dude
How was
ain't
the show?
funny.
He's ugly. as
Dog
hell.
shit.
It wasn't good?
That's my opinion. I was a little bit mad and I was drunk. Right? I
I
was
thought you weren't
sitting
supposed to bash other
I
comedians.
had a few beers.
I just tell you, you're not supposed to. I don't have to do all the kind of shit I'm not supposed to do. I'm not gonna get any fucking. The motherfucker show up tomorrow and be like, "You suck." I'd be like, "Yeah, fucking suck a dick."
Yeah.
Like I don't fuck with the guy. And only because of this right here. Only because of this right here. This is it. Like
You've never even like really.
But
I'm
talked
sure
to the
he's
guy.
got bumped by somebody on SNL
I haven't even finished it
celebrity,
because
so-
I'm long-winded. No, this is a true story there. So I get bumped or whatever, and then Vinny's like the owner of the thing. He's like, "Go and sit up on the top and watch the show or whatever." And I was like,
Go watch the show I'm supposed to be fucking doing.
right. So I was like, "No problem, Vinny. All the liquor's free." He's like, "Have as much as you want to drink." Bro, I had at least drink a whole bottle of Patron the entire time I watched Pete Davidson's show, and I'm gonna tell you right now, Pete Davidson is a comedian. The dude is a fucking comedian. He wouldn't be where he's at if he wasn't, right? That night, you couldn't sell it to me that he was because I was fucking wasted, and I got bumped for this motherfucker. So I'm like, fuck this guy.
Fuck this dude.
Right. And so I'm so shit-faced that I text the fucking owner of the club, bro. I'm like, man, fuck this dude. You fucking shit on me for this fucking show? This show sucks.
Ouch.
I'm texting him that shit. And the dude's like, basically like, hey, motherfucker. Like, it's Pete Davidson. Fucking suck a dick. Like, basically. And I'm like, all right, fucking, that's cool. I guess it's Pete Davidson. You're right. Saturday Night Live. And I have to play that card because I'm nobody. And I still, compared to this guy, fuck, he's dating Kim Kardashian now, right?
Yep.
That's in real life. Still fuck that guy. And, well, just because let's be real, dude. Like, let's be real.
I didn't think
Well, hold on. This is where this is the defining moment.
Yeah.
I'm sitting on top of the balcony. I'm fucking shit-faced. And I'm like looking at this motherfucker.
You start heckling him?
No, I don't say a word, but I am looking like this, like over the rail. And it's just my big fat ass head. The lights are like shining off my glazed donut face because I'm drunk, right? And it's kind of hot up there. So like I got this glaze over me and the light's like reflecting off of me. I can only imagine what this dude sees down there looking up. Because I performed on the same stage. Like you can see everybody's face up there. And it's just me up there. There's no, because he doesn't have a big crowd. Yeah. But that's just my head. And he's like, who the fuck is the weirdo up there on the top, like staring at me and shit? And I'm like, so I get on my Facebook, right? I got like 80,000 followers or some shit at the time. And I tag Pete Davidson and I'm fucking wasted. And he's like in the same building as me and I tag him. And I'm like, it's me, you stupid drunk fuck. I'm the motherfucker up on top. And I start going off, right? And this never makes it back to this guy. Because at Facebook, Vinny, the owner of the club, I'm like Facebook Live doing this shit. This ain't a video that I pre-recorded. I'm a bottle of Patron in, out of my mind, like just going off. And Vinny, the owner of the club, comes up behind me and grabs my fucking phone on Facebook Live. And he's like, guys, Joey's mad right now because I had to bump him, but it's Pete Davidson, you know, and he just keeps reiterating. And I'm like, I get it. Fuck it, it's Pete Davidson. So let's back up. Let's back up a minute, all right? Let me back up a minute because it's not fuck Pete Davidson. Pete Davidson's
seem really upset because I said his name.
No, I had to get that out of me because I've always wanted that opportunity.
I love that you said that though, because now we get to hear this the Pete Davidson rant.
Well, that was it for me. The guy's a comedian, like I said. It's not fuck Pete Davidson in real life. It's in this moment, fuck Pete Davidson, because that was my experience with him. I was like, damn. And to me, you know, I've had shitty ass sets. Dude shows up in pajamas and a hoodie, like pajama pants and a hoodie and some busted sneakers, and then performs his set with a face mask on and shit. Or he takes the face mask down for the set. But I'm like watching it and I'm like, this is comedy. Like this is it. This is what people came to see. Well, fucking give me that microphone. I can do way better than that. So I thought, you know, and I've done, you know, it's my
I don't see you dating Kim K.
Hold up, wait. I didn't start my career 18 years ago either, but hey,
that's fact.
I promise you this. I've dated plenty of Kim K's without Kim K's money. And that's not, they all have hurt my world, so there's nothing bragging about that. So I've had more joy and happiness out of the ones that don't look like that motherfucker right there. But yeah, dude, Pete Davidson got bumped for him. That was my first headline spot ever at a big ass comedy club.
It's a good story though.
Mark Norman's there the week before, fucking some big other names there the week after and shit. And I'm like, I'm there in the spot, like my name's on the fucking billboard. I'm like taking pictures and shit. I mean, I'm legit like telling my friends like, I'm gonna go live, bro, when I'm walking on stage. I'm all drunk, and like right before they're like, yeah, you're bumped. I was like, huh? You said what? He said I'm bumped from the shit. He's like, yeah, you're bumped from the shit. I was like, that's fucked.
I literally don't care how
so
much
did
money.
you have 2 good shows the next day?
Yeah. No, it was a good time, and I'm not a fan of Pete Davidson. Let me clear that up. It was.
I didn't think.
No.
Look,
I'll be
I don't care how much money it is or what I have to do or sell. I'm going to get him to make you a cameo.
I should pay a cameo. Pay him to make me a cameo. I should do it.
Yes, you should.
And be like, Pete, look, I'm sorry.
I'm the glazed donut.
Yes. Well, all of his fans got on my page that night. They got on my page, dude, and they were like, fuck you, Average Joe. You ain't shit. Fucking Pete Davidson's a fucking star. You ain't shit, motherfucker. And they're going off.
Which all is true.
100%.
All is true.
100%. Come on.
But look, here's the funny thing is like,
don't put me in the arena, bitch. I'm going to swing. You know what I mean?
I love that you're like, got all butt hurt though, for sure. Because I think it's funny as hell.
Anybody and everybody would have.
It's a great story. It's a great story. But I didn't think his last Netflix was good.
Yeah, no, dude, it is what it is. Like
I didn't think
I don't
so
watch
either.
him.
The dude's a star. He's not just a stand-up
But if you've seen his young, you know,
I thought it was pretty good.
when he was real young, his dad died in
9/11.
In 9/11, he died in the World Trade Centers, and that was a lot of his material was making fun of that, and then he got on SNL. He's got some fucking hilarious. Like he's a storyteller too.
The only time I watch him is if he's like on the roast and he's roasting people.
Yeah, he's funny.
And
as
it's
shit
really
on
funny
TV.
when people
He's
try
fast.
to roast him. And he just like sits there and like giggles, and then once he gets up there and he's like pop, 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 and
Oh, I
everybody
love
like
it.
this
No,
one
but
girl
he
just
does
sat there
like
and,
kindergarten stuff on there. He's like, ha ha ha, funny, and just stays there on the roast. Like if somebody's making fun of him, he'll do some kindergarten shit.
because he's just like already thinking for the reaction.
I'd like to have a little moment like to do that or whatever.
I really
Like,
hope you
I wouldn't mind
got
it.
Joey's
We should
face
do
like
a
when I
roast
said
of
Pete
somebody.
Davidson, so that can be like the
Yeah, we
opening
should.
clip because he was probably like,
Well, let's not make it about him. I don't want to give that dude no fucking gas from
You just gave him a whole fucking hour.
That was only like 20 or 30 minutes. It's fine.
I would pick John Cena.
Hell
John
yeah.
Cena, there
Shout
you
out.
go. I like
I
that.
fuck with John Cena.
Yeah,
I fuck with John Cena.
Who would you pick? For
You
John?
couldn't even
I
see
said
him.
the blue collar comedy.
Oh,
tour,
yeah,
all
yeah,
those guys
definitely.
they'd be good for you.
You wouldn't even be able to see John Cena in the cameo.
Why?
You can't see John Cena.
Yeah, I can.
Bro, come on, bro.
I can see him. That's
Bro.
He's so stupid.
Who would you pick?
Me?
Yeah.
And I don't really like
For a
him after
celebrity?
watching
For
it,
yourself.
but which ones?
To give me a shout out?
Yeah, for yourself.
Ooh. I'd pick like a singer. Like a singer or some shit. Like not a rapper. Maybe a rapper. Just cause
R.I.P. Young Dolph.
hey man, that dude is not to take it there, but that dude is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I love him.
He's
Yeah,
awesome.
pretty awesome.
Love
dude.
We
also-
talked about that. We had
also pretty
it was
dead.
half our podcast last
Dead
time.
as hell.
Damn.
Gone.
But they found out who killed him.
Did
But,
they?
did they? Good for
The guy
them.
that
Fuck
does
that
the
guy.
like, I can't remember, Block Boy or something. It's like, ooh, like
Yeah,
ooh.
Block Boy JB.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's who killed him?
Yep.
Jesus
Crazy.
Put
Christ.
a head out on him.
That dude right there is
He
he
did.
owned his own masters though.
He did.
And he made like 20 million like overnight, bro, and then all goes to his family. He's got like 50,
He bought his
50
kids
properties,
a new
bro.
house every
30
year for their
properties or some
birthday.
shit.
Wait, owning own masters. What's
So I mean,
own your
you
own music.
own your own
oh, gotcha.
everything.
Oh, yeah,
not
that's
your
right. He did it
music.
from the okay.
No,
So like
the
a
recording
streaming
studio,
degree?
The streaming,
Let me
everything
think.
goes to
In
him.
real life, probably like I said a singer, but probably like
Kevin Hart.
yeah, probably a comedian, probably another comedian, just because I'm fans of so many. I fucking love so
I love
many of
Kevin
them.
Hart.
I'm
What do you think of Dave
genuinely.
Chappelle?
Who are your
I
favorites?
love Dave Chappelle. There's no doubt about it. I like the cliches, Bill Burr and stuff like that. But I'm a huge fan of like currently. I'm a huge fan of like Shane Gillis or Tim Dillon. You know,
Fuck yeah.
or,
No, I'm
Yeah,
saying
both
like
have
Dave
great-
Chappelle's like old, the newest Netflix, and he's like everybody's trying to cancel him, and there's way more people that
you
do
can't
not wanna
cancel.
him.
You can't
No.
cancel him because he's not cancelable.
No,
Like the dude's
he's the goat.
He's black. He's the funniest motherfucker ever.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's
Hella smart.
If
super smart.
If
He's got
Netflix,
a lot of money.
if Netflix canceled him, Amazon Prime would be like, "Oh yeah,
Dude, let's think about it.
like this.
I started.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I
Thank
But
started
you.
with
Netflix fired the
idiots.
people
Yeah.
instead of
yeah.
canceling
I
him.
started out with the black thing on the cancel, but that's what really it is. The cancel, like they're not going to
Culture
cancel.
sucks.
They can't cancel somebody who's so great.
No,
Like,
because
the dude is
their
intensely-
competition is going to pick him up immediately and go,
'Cause
"I'm
he's
going to
that
pay you
great.
Are
100
you
million."
scared to say some shit on stage?
Me,
like
nah.
with cancel?
Nah, I
culture?
don't. Yeah, nah. Come to a show. Yeah, I probably don't have a lot of people come there. You know, because of that. You know, so
Who do you think should endorse Soup Sandwich?
dude,
Joey.
honestly,
Paris Hilton.
I'm gonna endorse the
Joey.
fuck out of you guys
Joey.
for sure.
Thanks,
I will,
man.
100%. I will. I'll put. You know, I don't. You could probably send me a
All
couple
right,
of
give me a
clips or
pen.
something.
The second question's over. He likes the first episode.
Yep. So just I would definitely do that. But I think for you guys it would be probably something like
Paris Hilton.
no, you would want to get somebody
She's on
because
her
you guys
own.
are just sitting
One
here
night in
chopping
Paris.
it up. Like you guys are just sitting here chopping it up. So you want to get somebody that's just gonna talk about some shit. Like
That's it.
Like
Tim Dillon would be good.
Yeah, some
Yes.
comedian or somebody that's just Tim Dillon's fucking the man, bro.
he's awesome.
Have you watched his stand up live or anything like that?
I haven't watched his stand up live, but I've
Hell
watched a
yeah.
lot of his stuff, man. He's good.
The dude's
inventive.
is awkwardly good. Shane Gillis, have you watched any of his stuff? He's got something on Netflix right now.
Yep.
It's pretty awesome.
Who
He's-
was the Italian that just came in town?
Rocky Balboa.
No,
No,
it's an
not
Italian
him.
comedian.
You talking
Everybody
about?
want to go see him Saturday.
He just had a Netflix special. I can't remember his name. He's like the New York guy.
Yes.
You know?
Well, there's a couple of them right now. This you talking about the guy that always dresses up like
He's got slick back hair.
yeah. So I don't know. He's
What
actually
about, are you talking about
really popular.
Joe Rogan's friend from
Sebastian is his
That's
name.
what it is,
Sebastian. Yeah, you looking it up? Yeah, Sebastian. That dude's really funny. Dude, Joe Coy was in town. You know who Joe Coy is?
I do.
I was in San Antonio last weekend. Joe Coy was in town the same night. Yeah. I'm over here trying
It's funny that those
bro sold 10,000 tickets.
Yeah. I mean, those guys can like they can get away with more because of their ethnicities. Like he's Asian, so
I'm
he
a
can
Bobby
do that.
Lee
And then
fan,
Bobby
dude.
Lee's fucking hilarious.
Dude, Bobby
You
Lee
can't
is one of
deny
the
Bobby
funniest
Lee.
people
I
on
love
the fucking
stand-up
planet.
comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bobby
It's
Lee's
awesome.
funny. There's so many really good comedians. There's a lot of people that you never heard about that are really good. I go through these. I'll hit rooms all over the United States and meet people that are fucking good.
My office that I first started doing B2B sales in was right across the street from Punchline. So I worked there for like 5 years, and then I moved to Jacksonville. But I was going to 3 shows a week every week. So I saw so many people. Because I just walk across the street, and I got in there for free a lot of times because the previous job was on Winston Cup, and one of the persons on Winston Cup was a cocktail waitress at the Punchline. So she would just leave me a ticket at will call, so I could, especially the Wednesday night, Thursday nights. Like I would go to those all the time, and then 6 years later, like me and my wife's first real date was Bert Kreischer. We're talking about in 2007.
Yeah, I just seen him recently.
Long time ago.
Yeah, Bert Kreischer's one of my
Long time ago.
He's good too.
Yep. So that's it, man. What? Tell me about your all your dates. How do we get a hold of you? How many times are you gonna plug Soup Sandwich for the next year? That's the cost of this.
That's all it costs?
That's it.
That's it. Well, we could just change my page name to Soup Sandwich.
Plus, yes, there we go.
Fuck
That's
it, bro.
That's it.
Average.
I'll give you the log. Yeah, this is average soup.
Everybody that comes here ends up working here.
We got a hand job girl here. She does hand jobs, and she'll finish.
I don't like hand jobs.
No,
that's just so awkward.
Oh, is it?
It is weird to It's weird to look. I'm gonna tell you no lies, dude.
Give a thumbs up every now.
It's one of the things that you can't say you actually enjoy if you're a dude. Like you can mildly enjoy a hand job from somebody else, bro. Come on, let's
Another
be real.
girl?
I know. A girl, guy, whatever. It may be in the heat of the moment.
You're
quick.
you're a dude,
But you're not going to give me the full shit from
I'm
start.
not going anywhere further.
Any
than
girl
a
that touches
hand
your
job,
dick,
that
you're
is
like, okay.
so awkward.
Yeah, no, but you're gonna want I'm like, what? Give me, you know what I mean?
Give me some
Like,
more.
yeah, bro. Like,
Something
the
else.
fuck out of here with that. I can
we're
do
not
that.
gonna be sitting there watching a 3-hour movie like.
Dude.
So you don't.
There's
so
some
you don't.
massage parlors out
so
there.
you don't give hand jobs at all.
Hand job.
Like if I'm like
This is
like
borderline harassment. You don't have to answer this question. I mean, unless you want to, because we are.
That is the show.
Oh damn!
That is the show.
We should
Joey.
rename it Borderline Harassment.
Borderline harassment
Nice.
is a
Yes.
good name for this.
So you're like you might give like a 30-second hand job just to get on to the next thing.
like if we're like laying down and like doing stuff, sure,
Yeah,
I'll like
yeah.
give a hand job then, like because at least I know that we're like on
On the way to
somewhere.
the on the way.
But if
I
we're
get
just
it.
sitting on the couch, I'm like, all right, look, so I'm not going further than a hand job. This is all we're
Like, do
getting.
you want one? And then he's like, yes, absolutely. That's
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
I'm fine
That's
with.
actually all I came for.
Yeah.
Dude, if
I'm not comfortable going further than that either.
I'm gonna be really honest with you, man. If I was on that phone and that shit, I pulled it up,
Said
and it said
average-
average J, I would laugh my fucking ass off.
Dude, I
would-
didn't say
like,
nothing. I was like, I didn't say a word. I was like, oh.
I would have laughed my fucking ass off. Look, my wife introduced me to her grandmother, and the first thing she said to me was, I mean, this is the first fucking word. She goes, "This is Jay." He goes, "He's a lot fatter than the other one." And I started dying. I was like, "We're getting along good, man. We're gonna get along good." So I don't give a fuck. Like, that's so awesome to me.
But
I
also,
would have
you
went and
don't know
cut
if,
all the
like,
cords of the appliances.
Average Joe is just like a name, like you're just an average Joe. So I mean, you're probably an average Joe when she probably
Well,
just like gave you a nickname.
Well, she put the Y on there. This is particular.
And
It's
Joe is
average
a very
Joey.
But you talked to her about it later. That's true. That's a good
Yeah.
question. Was she talking about your dick or just average Joe?
No, she 100%. She's talking about my pecker.
Yeah, okay.
100%.
So she said that. Yeah,
100%.
It was about your dick.
100%.
But also, she could have had like 3 Joeys in her phone. Like you're the
So that's
average
why
Joe,
there's
you're the
joke.
blessed
When I tell the
Joe.
joke, which is obviously not the real story, I add in there that, I scroll up on her phone, no
Big Dick
password,
Joe.
Big Dick Joe, Fat Dick Joe, and stuff like that.
What's your favorite joke?
The one I got 100. I only tell I only get like a shot at like 16 every time I get, depending on what your time slot is. I got the go-tos because I don't like carry no pads or no shit with me. They're just stories that I come. My favorite one's probably like my closer is. I close with. It's about like a chick. And I play the victim. I talk about a lot of sex, a lot of smoking weed and stuff like that. But I play
Borderline harassment.
It is, but I play the victim in it instead of like the dude. I don't get up there and talk about, yeah, I had some fucking anal sex and did this or whatever. I play it like, oh my God, this chick asked me to, and I'm like, what? And I tell a story or whatever, but the last one would be probably about this chick. They really did happen in real life. Yeah, she's like, I'm going to like look at your butthole. And I'm like, no, you're not. I was like, you're not looking at my butthole, you know what I mean? And then she's like, yeah.
I don't trust my own butthole.
Well, you know what I'm saying? You're a dude.
Shit
like, you
comes
know,
out of there, yeah.
Right. It's not even that, dude. I mean, like, we've all done this shit, bro. You can smell your, like, nuts. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's a long day at work, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can smell yourself, bro. You can smell yourself. That's it. If you work construction, you're going to fucking smell your nuts in your
Poop
ass.
out of there.
That's the number one fact. But we've all been drunk as shit, try some shit, you know what I mean? Been like, let me get in there. Hey, if you're a freak, you'll do it. Your chick will do it. No matter if it's a shitty situation, but you'll do it. You know what I mean?
If
like,
she's a freak, she wouldn't have asked.
Right.
She just licked you dead on the butt.
Hold on. She says to me, she's like, let's try, you know, some new shit or whatever. And I'm like,
over dinner, or y'all was like about to be fucking?
No, we were already doing shit or whatever. She's like,
and
we're
I'll
fucking.
Consider it.
We're fucking. She's like, let's try some shit. She's like, let me fucking eat your butt. And I was like, nope. And then I told you, I'm like, no, hell no, right? And she's like, come on.
Spread them.
Well, I told her, I was like, you know, all right. So I kind of, because I see she wasn't letting off, like at all. Like she wasn't even letting off at all. And I was like, she's really wanting to do this. I was like, so I'm going to have to figure this shit out because.
Accelerators to the fucking floor.
Right.
You're like I'm licking your butt. Did I ask you? I mean,
So I go shower like I'm a fucking female so I can get myself ready to get, you know, my
you're fucking salad toss.
My butthole lick, right? So the salad toss is what I like to call it, but you know, like butthole lick's funnier because you say butthole lick or whatever on the stage, anyways. But freaking, she's like,
did she at least like tickle your taint while she was doing it?
No. So this is awkward the way this happens, and I'll tell you this shit just because we're gonna go ahead and do it. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and go in on this one. This is gonna be the last little bit, and then we're done, or
yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Do it.
So. This doesn't even have it. I didn't even have to church the joke up. That when I found out this one hit is when I just told 4 of my friends, like the next day, I was like, bro, you're not going to fucking believe this shit. And they just died laughing. And I was like, I'm going to tell this on stage.
Yeah.
And she's like, all right, you know, we're going to do this. And I was like, well, I'll do her first. And then she'll forget. Like, right, we'll start having sex. And then, because after she comes, she's like, all right, I'm done. Like
you were going to lick her butthole first.
Yeah. Because I don't mind, right? You know, me.
Yeah.
But you're not looking my butthole,
yeah.
And so I do hers, right? And she's like, all right, this is great. And she's like, all right, turn around, it's your turn. And she
didn't forget.
Not even a little bit.
She got a spoon and everything?
Bro, I don't even, she probably had a steak knife. I never looked back, technically, but she probably had a bib on and shit, Joe's Crab Shack, fucking, you know what I'm saying?
She made you hands and knees it?
Bro, on the bed. So I get on the bed, right? And so you should see me doing this on stage. Like I get on stage, show people this shit, and I'm on the bed, right? And I'm high as hell. I'm actually high as fuck during this moment. So I'm not horny. Like I'm not horny. I'm just watching shit and like looking around like my butthole's in the air like a fucking cat. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm on the bed.
You've never felt a breeze right where you're feeling
bro,
a
like
breeze?
I just now started like looking decent when I'm naked because I've been working out for like 2 or 3 months. But before, bud, like I mean, I'm still fucked up. But I'm saying it was really fucked up. So like I'm on the bed, tits hanging and shit, like belly, like you know the whole thing. I look like a toad when I'm fucking butt naked. And so I'm funny. So that's the only reason I have this hot chick in my life, period. Yeah. And, you know, I mean, I'm, you know, whatever her reasons are, but it's not because I'm fucking hot. I promise you. Like, she, at no point ever is she like, my handsome man, you know, here, or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? It's never that. And she's behind me about to do this, and she's fucking taking forever. I'm like, I'm legit, like, is she putting on fucking
she's
rubber
taking
gloves
a picture
or something like that? What the fuck is she doing? And I'm like, I'm like holding this pose for so long that like
arms start to shake.
It's not because it's too heavy. It's just because it's awkward. I'm like, I don't really. This is not a move I do. And so my arm like gives out, and I kind of fall, and like I move my left leg a little bit, bro, and I suck fucking air in my butthole. Because I'm sitting there, and it's like quick, like, and it's in. I'm like, what the fuck? Hold up, and I don't want to like let it because she's about to start, and so I'm like holding air in my butthole like a fucking water balloon. And I'm trying not to fucking, you know, like let it out. And she's like legit trying to like lick my butt and like spread them, like, you know, and it's just like, come on. I'm like, nah, and I'm trying to get the fuck away from her and shit. And she's like, let me in there. And she reaches between my legs. And so I call it the ice cream cone joke. And I kind of prelude to it before I tell it about ice cream. And she's like, I'm going to show you the ice cream cone. And I'm like, the what? And she like, by the time I could even think twice, she like reach between my legs and like pulls my little dick backwards, like, and I'm like, you know, it's backwards, and I fucking She pressed the button, homie. Like I had no control over the fart, and then
That was like a lever.
So in the joke, I make it all like she's all disgusted or whatever. But it's one of those moments where you're talking about laughing, dude. She fucking died laughing. She couldn't stop fucking. Like, I started laughing.
That bitch had pink eye for a fucking week after that.
It's kind of funny, and I appreciate that tagline. I need to fucking tag that with that. I never tagged that after that when I tell it. I'm like, all right, I'm Average Joey. See y'all later. After I end my side, I need to.
She probably has pink eye.
The pink eye?
thing.
Yeah, the bitch had pink eye for a week.
Yeah, but she's dying laughing, bro. And I'm like, we were just laughing our ass off, and I was like, holy shit. And the next day I told me, I sucked air in my butthole, and I did. And they were all dying laughing, and I was like, all right, there's something here. And then it's just another story to tell, but that's probably my favorite one to tell because nobody expects like her reaching between my leg and me farting on her. You know what I mean? Because they're like, what the
Can't
fuck?
make that shit up.
Have you seen that Post Malone video? That's what he does, like, to his ex-girlfriend. He's, like, laying on the bed and videoing it. She's, like, eating his ass. And then he just, like, lets out a huge fart, and she, like, gets so mad, and he's, like, dying laughing.
If you Post Malone, you can do that. Or Pete Davidson.
Or Pete. Fucking Pete. Dude, I find it funny that he is dating
Kim K?
Right.
The one.
Well, I feel
chosen
connected.
one.
I feel connected to Kim K because me and Pete had moments. Like I feel connected. I might not.
Did you get to meet him?
No.
No.
I sat up there. He had.
If you'd have met him that night, you probably would have punched him in the eye.
Nah,
anyway.
dude, it was one of the moments like in real life where I'd have just shut the fuck up and like been a bitch like right away. Oh, hey, Pete Davidson. Probably took a picture with him and posted it online and been like, hanging out with Pete Davidson. You know, like that's probably what would really happen, but I didn't talk to him. So,
all right, tour dates. What are you currently working on? Social media. How do we get you?
Tour dates. I'm literally coming to the end. I got 3 more shows of this year's tour. The next one doesn't start until the end of February, and I'm going up the West Coast first, and then circling the top back around. So I'm doing like the Dakotas, Montana, shit like that, whatever that. All the top states, Michigan, a couple in Canada, and then Florida. I'll end in Florida and Texas, or whatever. But
are you not doing any here locally?
I do some locally. I've beat this area to death, man. Yep. I've hit every freaking room, every place. I've invited every friend, every person on Facebook. They've all come.
Yeah, nice.
Some of them more than once. Currently working on honestly, dude, just my Mullet Gang shit and my comedy. I just mainly just make clothes all day long and then book shows and try to track thoughts or tell stories. And I like to tell stories, so I try to track whatever, and I try to constantly come up with stuff. Social media is just Average Joey. And I got at Grunt Life on Instagram, but Average Joey on everything. You look me up on that, but.
She is ready to get her fucking ham.
Dude, fuck that ham. The ham is making me uncomfortable.
She's ready to get that ham.
The ham is making me
cold.
She put her jacket on. She's like, fucking ham.
I knew this was gonna happen. Josh was like, "Hey, dude, they may mistreat you up there. They may, act like you ain't shit or whatever."
He
but
would
like,
say some
I
shit
told
like
it.
that.
I told him that you were. So like, if they do, just don't worry about it. And I was like, all right, cool. And he was like, and look out for. I don't think he called you Bree. I think he called you like just bro or whatever. He was like, look out for bro. And I was like, bro. He's like tall, likes ham and shit. And I was like, and then we started putting it all. Yeah, that's exactly right. Who's Josh?
Exactly.
He set me up on this bullshit. That's what it's gonna be from now on. Who's Josh?
That's his stage name.
Yeah, and he's saying to Pete Davidson. You talking about Josh Pete Davidson?
That's his first name.
Yeah.
Yep. I was like,
confused you.
Facebook.
I'm lost.
Average Joey.
Average Joey. Facebook. Instagram.
At Grunt Life.
What else? Twitter. No.
No, I don't. I mean, I got one, but
Cameo.
Hey, what is my name on there? I don't even fucking know.
Awesome.
Just look me up.
That's right. Thanks for coming, man. It's been awesome.
Yeah. I've never been so rushed in my life.
Yeah, we've been here for a while. So
fuck this ham. No, I'm just playing. No, this is actually a long. You let me talk a lot. I appreciate it. It was fun.
Yeah, man. It's been
Have
awesome.
you talked
we'll
a lot?
We'll do it again.
I'm out of
My ears are bleeding.
Soup sandwich. We'll see you guys.
Hell yeah, man.
All of the guap, all of the pesos, all of the pollo, all of the knots, all of the guap, all of the pesos, all of the pollo, all of the money, 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 all of the money.